The stock market has previously followed in its own footprints and retraced its steps. In technical analysis, we see very typical patterns that form. This can be short-term as in intraday or long-term where the cycles appear after 75 to 200 years. We need to pay close attention to patterns when they form, especially in today's markets, because they're all trading on computer algorithms which specifically look for patterns as their main tool for trading. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we're going to look at these various patterns. I will also show you some other information. Let's begin. We will get into 3 charts of the Dow Jones, and I will show you that as time goes on, the pace quickens and then it falls off a cliff. So looking at 91 to 2001, you will see that there is a 16% annualized pace in the first few years. It then quickens to 27% and then a 38% annualized pace. And following that, a 38% crash. So you see what I'm getting at. So I will show you the next one, which is the housing bubble and financial crisis, 2003 to 2008. There's a 15% annualized pace, 21 and 31. Then a 54% crash occurred. So let's fast forward to 2009 until present day. And you will see that the stock markets dip down to extremely low levels. The S&P was at 666. The Dow Jones here looks like just over 6,000. And then the years following, up until 2015, there was a 19% annualized pace, then a 22 and a 33. So once again, this same type of pattern has existed. This will now be the 3rd time that the pace is quickening. But look at any bull market. You always have that. You have generally a stage in which nobody's really interested in it, then it starts to pick up, and then it goes parabolic. And it's not really easy to see when you're in the middle of that situation. But when you look back in the pages of history, you can see it much more clearly. So we don't necessarily know where we are until we're looking back on it. But it looks like to me that this has occurred 2 times previous. This will now be the 3rd time. I am not suggesting that it's going to crash tomorrow. What I'm just suggesting is that this has happened before, twice in a row, the last 2 times, and that we need to be very cautious. That's all I'm saying. You can use this information how you wish. Draw your own conclusions. This is the public welfare expenditures in every state. And there is one major culprit here, and that is California. $103 billion. That's an extreme level. But of course, it's not just California. You can see here in a map view how all of the other states are performing as well. All states are engaging in welfare programs that are simply burdening not the future taxpayers, but current taxpayers as well. I will show you a list view so we can see it more clearly, that you have California at 103 billion, New York at 61 billion, and it goes on. Just looking at these 2, this makes up the majority of this welfare state. And a lot of people believe that they should expand the welfare state as much as possible. And I think this is a very big problem because it just puts a heavier and heavier burden upon the taxpayer. The government doesn't get money for free. They're taking that from our taxes. And that's a huge issue because we are already taxed so much that we cannot in any way, shape, or form sustain more taxation. Everything you do, you get taxed on. You want to fill up your car with gasoline? There's a tax on that. You want to go to the store to buy a pack of gum? There's a tax on that. You need to get the license plate renewal for your car so you can drive on the road legally? There's a tax on that. You have to pay taxes in everything that you do. And increasing the burden on people is not going to help the economy. I'm just looking at it purely from an economic standpoint, okay? There is, of course, that social standpoint, if you want to call it that, and I'm not getting into that. I'm just looking at this purely from an economic point of view. This is a burden. That's what it is to me. This here is a chart which shows you essentially the Asian FANG stocks, okay, the equivalent here. So you're looking at Samsung, Alibaba, Tencent now becoming one of the bigger companies in the world. And you'll see what has happened. In the past few days, they have taken a beating. And of course, this is after a very long road upward. So don't get me wrong on that. Let's see what happens with this, because it could be the start of something much more. But I just thought it was interesting that there's a clear pattern that's forming over the past several days here. And I thought I would bring that to you in case that pattern increases. We'll be following that as time goes on. And that's all for this video. If you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up. If you found the video informative, I know you'll find my books, The Money GPS, and my newer release, Global Economic Collapse, even more informative. You can actually flip through these books. If you go over to Amazon, they have a look inside feature. It's going to allow you to flip through the pages of these books to see if you like them. Take care. Once again, I just wanted to wish a very big thank you and a welcome to all of my subscribers, all the new subscribers, all the old subscribers, everybody that's been here for 2 days or 2 years, it doesn't matter. I've been doing videos since 2011, and I'm very grateful to have so many good people out there who are supporting me in one way or another. If all you can do is give me a thumbs up on the video, I'm very thankful for that, because that helps to promote this channel in the underlying programming that they have on this site. The more thumbs up, the better it is, because it pushes the videos higher up. It makes the channel basically more reputable. So I do appreciate that very much when you do so, when you comment, when you subscribe. And we are now almost at 75,000 subscribers. So I'm very happy to see so many people on here who are interested in the truth. And it's something that really gives me great pride, and it's an honor to bring the information. That's all for the rant for the night. It is approximately, let me check the time, 2:45 in the morning. I'm going to bed.